Hi, I'm Kim Hyun. I'm the Richland 2 District Teacher of the Year for 2014-2015. Being in the classroom is probably the most exciting thing. Everybody has a bad day, but when those children come in and they smile and they hug you and they want to tell you about their day and they tell you about what they learned the day before and they taught it to someone at home, it just makes maybe things that you were worried about or concerned about, they just go away because those children just fill your world. I think being an educator, it's a tremendous responsibility. You have the lives of all these little children in your hands, and it is up to you to do the best you can to make them the best person they can be. It's just a personal reward. My mother and my grandmother were not educators, but they love children. Their lives centered around children and loving children and making them be the best they could be. So it was always there for me. My mother loved children, my grandmother loved children. I always loved children from a young age. And I knew as I grew that I would work with children somewhere, either in a hospital, maybe a children's hospital, or as a teacher. And then as I grew, I had wonderful teachers. And I think that's what cemented it for me. My own personal background with my family, and then having good teachers who all the way through high school opened my eyes to things I never knew before. And I think that's what made me want to become a teacher. Well, in the classroom, I think the thing I look forward to the most is, of course, getting to know my children and just taking them as far as I can possibly take them because they're like little sponges. As a teacher and being District Teacher of the Year, I really hope I can get into other classrooms in our school to see the marvelous things going on, and if the opportunity arises, I would love to go out into the district at different intervals and go into other teachers' classrooms. Because I've been teaching a long time, probably 28 years maybe now, and I can always learn something new. I love going in other teachers' classrooms and seeing what they're doing. And then I come home and I'm like, why didn't I think about that? I can't wait to try that in my classroom. I love going out and talking about our school and the things going on, but I'm not always comfortable with the limelight being on me. And so coming around the front of the school, sitting on the back of the car, and seeing teachers and parents that I've had their students before, and just standing there and clapping and just so happy. And then when I walked into the school, walking down the hallway with my nephews and my niece and my mom, it was just overwhelming. I mean, the hallways were lined with the children, and I could see their little faces, the children that I've had before that are now in, say, 4th or 5th grade, and they were just so sweet because 5th graders think they're so cool, but for them to be standing there and clapping and smiling and waving, look, Miss Jean, it's me, and that just, it was the nicest thing Dr. Hill could have ever done for me. I never expected that. It just made me feel so loved and appreciated, which is the feeling I want my children to have. So it's so nice when someone else gives it to you.
My name is Rusty Curry, and I'm an Honor Roll Teacher of the Year. Being the Honor Roll Teacher of the Year really speaks highly to just Whitewood High School in general. We've had, I believe, 5 Honor Roll teachers in the past 6 years. We have a great faculty. Any one of us would do great to represent our school as Teacher of the Year. Teaching is definitely one of my favorite things to do. I love working with high school students particularly. I'm not so sure that I would be a great teacher for elementary school students, but I love interacting with teenagers. I love math, and it just seems logical to put those two loves together and just teach my students about math, teach them about what I love, and in the process build some great relationships that actually carry on through the years. I see many students still that have graduated. We have several that are coming back to teach for us, and it's just encouraging to see the impact that you can have on someone's life.
My name is Jennifer Hethcox, and I am the Teacher of the Year Honor Roll finalist. One of the things that I am going to have an opportunity to work on this year is, as an Honor Roll teacher, I'm helping to lead the advocacy group. So I'm really looking forward to that. I feel like teachers, there are lots of us, and statistics show that we don't vote or voice our opinion as much, especially about educational laws and regulations. And so I'm looking forward to partnering with the teachers and districts as an honor roll teacher and kind of leading that charge. I feel like that's a very important part of our role as a teacher. We shape the minds here, but we also need to let our voice be heard. Being a teacher is something that you really do have to love. Getting up at 5 in the morning and getting home sometimes at 5 or 6 in the evening. It's a long day. We don't stop working even when we get home. Usually when I put my kids to bed, I'm working after that, and then even on the weekends. So it's a passion. It's more of a passion than a job, and I'm constantly learning, and the kids really help that. It's not something where I'm going into the office and every day I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again. With the kids, and they change year after year, it just brings you new challenges and new ways to grow and reflect on your practice.
My name is Nicole Lucky, and I'm a 2014-2015 Honor Roll Teacher of the Year. The biggest thing about teaching for me is just the sense of community that's gained between students and teachers. And I don't think any one teacher could do this on their own. I think that I know I've gotten to this point because of other people that I've worked with, along with the students that I've worked with. And I think it's a constant learning process, not only for students, but teachers. So I feel like this has kind of just been a culmination for me of everything up to this point that I've learned and experienced in the district, and it just really goes to show how much growth you can have as a teacher and continue to learn and grow as you go along. I think it's really important for students to know that they have adults there to support them throughout their school career. No matter what subject area you teach, you can still learn about students on a personal level and reach them wherever they are through their own interests and their strengths.
Hi, I'm Jessica Skenner. I was an Honor Roll Teacher of the Year for 2013-2014, and I was representing Lake Carolina Elementary School. It was such an honor. To be nominated by your peers to start with is just a huge honor for your peers to recognize you in your work, and I work with phenomenal teachers. So to be representing the teachers at Lake Carolina, I feel like very special to be doing that. But to be doing it as a counselor too, as not a traditional teacher, that meant a whole lot to me. It really felt good to know that they respected me and seemed to value what I do here at the school. I think there's a challenge no matter what you're doing in education. I think all the jobs in school have their challenges and are difficult, whether it's the custodian or the front office staff or teacher. We all have an important role here at the school to help the kids. But I am a teacher, I'm just a teacher in a different way. So I teach lessons. I'm in the classroom every 3 weeks teaching classes and teaching kids about how to be better students, how to be better friends, how to set goals and meet goals, talk about what they want to be when they grow up, conflict resolution, stuff like that. But then I'm also teaching kids on a one-on-one setting, helping them through some personal issues, or a group of kids that I'll have a similar personal issue. I'm teaching them some skills to overcome what's going on and to be able to adapt and move forward.